Hello, internet person. Welcome to the first tutorial of this channel. Today I will be talking about Raycasts, because I like to use them. They help out a lot, checking with the players on the ground, interacting with stuff, shooting stuff, whatever you want. So, first off, what is a Raycast? It is a line looking to hit something. So let's say it starts at the camera here, and then it goes in the forward of the camera, like so. Well, right now it's not hitting anything, so it's just gonna be false. Let's say it's going forward and up. There you go. It hit something right there. So it's going to say, hey, I hit something. That's pretty much what a raycast is. Now to make this raycast, I'm going to create a new script. I'm going to call it interact. You can call it whatever you want, but this is just what I'm calling it. Opening up Visual Studio, you're going to see absolutely nothing. That's normal. So first thing we want to do is say, hey, we have a raycast. So raycast hit. This is the raycast we're going to be using. Right now it's not doing anything. We are going to make a if statement for now. It's already telling us what to do, but I'm not going to press tab for that. So if Physics.Raycast, this is saying I want to shoot out a raycast. Inside of the parentheses is going to be the parameters of this raycast. So it's going to start out with the position. You can have it be anywhere you want. For now, we're going to have transform.position. Since I'm going to connect this to the camera, this means it's going to be the position of the camera. Then following this, we're going to have the direction. Transform.forward will be what I'll be using. This will just get the forward direction of the camera, wherever the camera is pointing to. Then we want our raycast. So out, then the name of the raycast. I called it hit, so I'm going to use hit. You could call it pizza, and it'll work just the same. But we're going to stick to hit for now. Then we have the distance. If you want it to go out forever, then you can just do mathf.infinity, like so. But if you want it to be a set length, a set distance, then just put in a number. It can be an integer, it can be a float, whatever you want. For now, I'm going to do 7. Then finally, a layer mask. Now, since we don't have a layer mask set up yet, we just gotta the one right up here. Layer mask, we'll call it button mask, equals layer mask dot get mask, and then whatever the name of your layer is. So here in Unity with our cube, I have it under layer button, which is why I called the layer mask button mask. So this is what I'm going to be using for this raycast. Back here in Visual Studio, since I named the layer button, I can just put in button. And there you go. If you want to add more, like let's say we want default in here, you put in a comma, quotations, then the name of the other one, so default. And now it's going to look for button and default. But for now, we're just going to stick to button. Back here, we take the name of the layer mask we just made, button mask, place it right in, and there you go. Finish the if statement, and we've got our raycast. To show you that this is working, I'll put in debug.log, and it'll say hit whenever it hits the button. Here in this Unity scene, we take script, and I'm going to put it on our camera. Now this is checking for the line right in front of the camera here. So along this blue line, this blue arrow you see, our z-axis. Once the cube right here reaches, is right in front of the camera, it's going to say hit in the console here. And here's the demonstration. There you go. You see, debug.log hit. And we've got hit. Now, you might have noticed we can't see the line. We don't know what's going on here. For that, we're going to need a debug ray. So right above the raycast, when we're shooting out, we're going to have debug.ray, draw ray. It's pretty much using the same variables as you see here. So we've got its position. Then we've got not only its direction, but we multiply it by the distance. It's a little confusing at first, but it's just merging these two together, multiplying these two together. Going back in Unity, once we start it, you'll see a line appear. This is our ray. If you don't like the color white for the ray, you can go in here in our debug.drawArray and then just put in color dot whichever color you want here. So let's say you want a red ray. You just put in color.red, and when we're back in Unity, we run it, and there we go, a red line. Now let's say we want to take this cube and we want to do something with it once we hit it. Under here, we can remove debug.logs hit because we already know that it's hitting. Hit is our raycast. And it's not really doing much yet other than saying, hey, I'm hitting something. So we can take this raycast and get the game object that it hits. Oops. .transform.gameObject. Now, right now it's just getting the game object, it's not really doing anything, so let's just make it so that it deactivates the cube. .setActive false, just like so. Now, once the raycast hits the cube, it's going to deactivate that cube. Here's that working in Unity. And there you go. So to get the object, again, all it is hit.transform.gameObject. And then, just like you do with any other game object, you just write the code. So active, transform, get component if you really want, anything. Alright, that'll be all for this video. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you in another one. Bye-bye!